Hello, everyone. We are Beyond Adventure, and this is Beyond the Screens.
Beyond the Screens.
We are here today to talk about the newest movie, Toy Story 5. Holy crap.
What are you going to say?
And we are also going to...
No, just Toy Story 5.
Okay. Toy Story 5, and then... Because that makes so much sense for what's on our table.
It's a toy.
You're good, King Roy. We got you,
It's
brother.
Toy Story. It's a toy.
Oh, Roy is here?
Yeah.
Hey, Roy.
Do we have a picture of
So,
Conan?
Huh?
Never mind.
You want me to add a picture of Roy?
No, of Conan O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien? Why?
Because
Because he voices...
Smarty Pants in the movie.
Why would we put a picture of him?
Because representation. I don't know.
Sonny, I sent you a couple of the questions that we're going to be asking. Guys, we're going to be talking about the movie.
I'm sharing it right now.
And we're going to be, if you guys have any questions, we will definitely give you guys our ideas, our thoughts on them and everything. It will be a whole thing. But if you guys have any questions, we will talk about it. We're going to answer you guys to the best of our ability. And we're here to have fun and spoil this movie for so many people.
Well, geez, we don't want people to leave. Oh, yeah, don't know. Yeah,
we gave you guys enough time.
We are going to be spoiling for you.
We gave you guys enough time.
This movie came out a week ago.
Yeah.
You guys had 1 week.
That's true.
Get with the program.
Hey, there's some people who watch it at drop. It doesn't really matter. If
You guys got paid that week. I don't want to hear it.
How would you know their pay period?
I don't know.
But anyway, so what are they saying in the chat?
Got you right now. I just had to do a whole bunch of...
No, I got you.
Scoot over near Joel, Dan.
Like this?
King Roy, did y'all even get any of the popcorn buckets?
Oh,
Well, I got a popcorn bucket for one of the movies that we watched together that we're not discussing today, but we're not going to get into that.
I really wish we did. I know we actually, where we went, didn't really have any buckets except for like one. It was the one with the Woody hat on it, and I debated on getting it. But when I saw that they had a Buzz Lightyear one, which was a popcorn bucket / sipper, I wanted that so bad.
But
Did they have that?
No, they were sold out completely.
Oh.
Just like how they were sold out of the one that I got you. But anyway, Sonny, do you want to read off our first question?
Yeah, I got you. Before that, King Roy said, I paid $50 for the Buzz Lightyear bucket, and people are reselling it for $350
Oh, of course.
to $250.
Oh, of course, because that bucket lights up as well.
That's hilarious.
I'm pretty sure it lights up, just like Buzz's wings.
So before your question, I actually got one on top of my head before I actually start to forget it right now.
Okay,
Because I'm
fair
trying
enough.
to go and do this. Did they actually try to do a curse word?
What scene?
That one scene when they're trying to say the S word, it was a person's name, but it sounded like they were cursing. Remember you and I looked at each other when they did that?
Yeah,
it was
I
a certain
remember.
name, but they were saying the S word. They were like,
no, I know what you mean. And it was the hippo, right? He was.
I think so, but I thought it was like the name was like they were cursing. I thought it was like humor. For
They
us.
did a
No,
lot.
it was definitely meant to be that word. And then it got cut off.
Yeah. Okay.
I really feel like in this movie they definitely went a little bit beyond the line of what it is for kids watching, because obviously times have changed.
That's true.
And Toy Story is not the same like Toy Story 4 or Toy Story 3. This is like going beyond that to the point where, hey, our audience is not only kids but also like 30-year-olds and people who grew up with this, and they are like working a 5 to 9 job and have a mortgage and stuff like that. Those are the people that are going to watch this movie. And for me, I thought that was really funny because I really got I got hit hard with the whole Woody appearance thing.
Why?
I mean, I'm none of that, but it really kind of like I'm not balding.
I'm none of that, but
I'm not balding. But it really shows the difference that Woody, even though he's a toy, he's an old toy. He's an old man toy.
But that's the thing. All right, but didn't we kind of did that in the fourth movie
What did we do in the fourth movie?
about that. What you're saying that he's an old toy.
He may be an old toy in the fourth movie, but he was still making sacrifices. He was still relevant to what was going on.
Even in the second movie, it's established that he's an old toy because remember, Al from Al's Toy Barn wanted him because he's an antique.
Right.
Yeah, but
So-
I mean, no other toys called him an old man toy, other than the Froggy, the lily pad. Other than lily pad, nobody in other movies have called Woody an old man toy.
And can we have someone fact check that, please?
Yeah, fact check
No,
that if
he-
I'm wrong.
I think he's right, but like I still feel like though it's still same comparison towards the end of the movie. Like when they moved on where Bonnie, it was like they had to move on because they were Andy's old toys, and now they had to become new toys for Bonnie.
Yeah, but I mean, toys are not supposed to grow up. Toys are not supposed to
No,
show that they've aged.
But-
Instead,
but in Andy's eyes.
oh
those-
yeah, but
those are his
Andy
old
wasn't a
toys.
part of this one. That's what I'm saying. Like in four had nothing to do with Andy.
No, but the point of the topic of being an old toy.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they are in five now. Let's explain how it first starts. Okay, and we'll get to the Woody image. But how it first starts is a Buzz Lightyear opens its eyes while they're on an island, and this Buzz is a new type of Buzz. It's a high-tech Buzz. Given that now Buzz that we're used to, this Buzz right here is obsolete. And now we're seeing like, oh my gosh, like the world, like high-tech Buzz. I was thinking like, oh man, maybe it's not going to be about lily pad. Maybe it's going to be how these Buzzes like take over or something like that. But instead, it was them trying to find their way home, which is a fine story and everything. But then we move on to how Jesse is now taken over for Woody, but Jesse's still trying to figure out the reins of Woody. So now we've now
Trying to be a
taken
deputy.
yes,
Yeah.
and now Jesse has taken over for Woody because Woody has decided to become a lost toy and stay with Bo Peep, which is like shout outs to them, glad they're together. But you know, like now we're seeing like, okay, the story has now moved on. Buzz is not the main character either. It is now Jessie who is now in the main character seat, and now it's about her. What did you guys feel about how Jessie has now become the deputy?
Oh, I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I kind of felt like my opinion. I kind of feel like they should have done that earlier, but it was just different the way they did it. I thought it was still good.
I thought they were going to make it that Woody was going to be, I mean, not Woody, Buzz was now going to lead the pack because that's how
Right.
kind of like Woody left it in 4. But now, no, it's actually Jessie who's taking up the stand. Jessie's the one who's taking the lead, who's helping all the toys and everything.
And King Roy, he said he hated Bonnie because she was fake for following her friends instead of being
Bro!
herself and playing with her toys.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
real.
sorry. Yeah, I mean, but that's what a kid thinks. Were like us as kids, were we very quick to be like, hey guys, you want to play with my toys? Or like when we started seeing all the kids not then playing with their phones, their iPod Nanos, their everything else that was electronic, and you're here like, I have a toy and everything. Like, you know, like even when I was Beyblading when I was younger and everything, a kid brought a remote control Beyblade to school. And I was like, that kid's going to win every fight. And I don't even think I could like compare to him. You know what I mean?
I don't know. For me, it was just a little bit different. It's weird to say.
What do you mean?
Because being born in early 90s, and then as I was growing up, technology was becoming big and popular.
Yeah.
Of how it was. So it's just like,
Back in his day, they had Atari and they had King
yeah, like being born in 90, yeah, like even King Roy said it, like, I mean, but back then when we were kids, iPhones did not exist when we were playing with our toys and our, yeah.
No,
like,
but that was the beginning age of iPods.
But that's the thing, like us when we were younger, like we were able to go into that transition easier, if that makes sense, because it was introduced, right? It wasn't
Okay,
already
okay.
it wasn't already a fab to where like how kids now, based off the movie, they're on the iPad.
And
Right.
that's that's true. I can see consent to that.
Yeah. So like another example, like a dad took his kid. I seen this recently. A dad took his kid to go watch Toy Story, and the kid was having a hissy fit because he didn't like it. The dad gave him a tablet in the middle of that whole movie.
Bro.
So it's like
And
kids
that's
were born into that.
And it's a common thing nowadays that no kid wants to play with toys. They want to play with the electronics. Like, my son knows how to use, not as much and everything, and I don't give it to him all the time. But my son knows how to use a tablet well enough to the fact that when I was his age, I would have never known how to use a tablet. But my son knows how to maneuver through it. He knows what to do on it. He's playing learning games.
Except for when it gets to ads, because when it gets to ads, believe me,
man.
that boy starts screaming for someone to come in and press the skip ad button.
But
I'm trying to
all of
teach
that.
him not
That's
to
all
yell.
of us.
But that's the thing. When I was his age, I was never ever anywhere close to that electronics.
Well, we didn't have that growing up.
right.
Well, we had consoles. Like-
Yeah, but that's different from like a handheld thing that you can.
No, and that's very true. But what I'm saying is, if I like when we were his age and we were given a tablet around his age, do you think we would know what to do with it?
Well, concerning our household and how.
I'm saying in general.
I mean, it's hard to speak on a
Yeah,
situation
it
where like you
is.
weren't growing up on or how you would act because you don't know how you would act.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, like you want to say like, oh no, I'll be better than that. You know, I would, you know, like I would have self-control and all this and that. But no, you know, if you were to have a tablet, let's say at a growing age, and let's say you have parents that just kind of like don't limit you or whatever, you'll be on that thing like 24/7. You'll
Oh,
be
of
glued to
course,
it on
of
screen, just like
course.
the kids that we see in the movie.
Yeah.
And that's the world we live in now, where it's so much easier to give a kid a tablet, everything. But then that kind of like destroys their imagination of when you're with the toy, you create your own world.
Well, the truth of the matter fact is, you know, he's a truth nuke for you guys out there. The thing is that a lot of parents, a lot of parents end up giving, you know, their children like tablets or stuff like this because a lot of times, you know, they don't have time to,
Convenient.
you know, have fun with the child, or they don't have time to spend with the child. So like, what can I do to make this kid happy? Oh, here's a fancy new tablet. Look, it's got all these apps. You can play all these games. You could do all this while mommy and daddy are working, or we're doing something else and
Yeah.
not spending time with you. You know, and you know,
And that
That's-
is tough.
yeah.
And but back in the day, like when I first jumped on PC and I found out World of Warcraft, I didn't know what I was doing with the computer, nor the computer was guiding me
Yeah.
to show how to work it. Like
Which-
tablets with apps, they show kids how to go ahead and work with it.
And
didn't know
I
it-
should, huh?
Did we have AOL Express? What was that? Like the
we had
dial-up
the
internet?
dial-up.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. that
But
was-
no,
I
we
did.
had that too. But like, also just like a little tidbit, guys, spend time with your kids.
Yeah.
I as much as I work and I get home late, I do try and spend time with my son as much as I can. Even though I am so tired, I try to play with his Hot Wheels and everything with him a lot, or as much as I can.
That
On the
boy-
weekends, I'm trying also the same.
That boy loves his Hot Wheels. Believe
Oh,
me, you
man.
go into his room,
Hot
tracks everywhere. He has like how many cars do you think? Like 100?
Oh no, I've counted. It's about a little bit over 150.
That's
One
wild. That's
see,
great.
But I mean, but that's the thing. And that's another reason why I do get him these cars, is because I want him to still create his own world of playing with cars. Now he's doing it that the cars talk to each other and they're getting stuck in tracks and he's like, help, help. And another car's coming, I'm going, and everything. But like, well, we can't, as we grow up, we lose that.
he's playing with them like kids that we see, because we see this especially a lot in this movie. Whenever the kids or Bonnie is like playing with the toys, it goes like everything's like kind of like a dreamscape, you know?
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
light,
Yes.
colorful, like imagery and everything. You know, it's like
Way more imaginative than Andy.
it's imaginative. It's like this is
Well,
like
I wouldn't say that. I would say it's a
Yeah.
different time than
Like-
Andy.
I'd say way more imaginative than Andy.
like this is kind of like this is probably how kids see when they're playing with their toys, how they're imagining it, you know, like
Their
these bright,
imagination,
colorful visuals, you know, like these characters wearing costumes and like in these scenarios.
Yeah.
And you know, like whenever we see, you know, your son, you know, my nephew, when he's playing like that, that's what he's imagining. He's in that world where like these are toys, like these are like living their lives or doing these things, and
then they very much explore that in the movie.
Yeah,
they did. I like the way. My bad. I like the way how Andy did it. Andy did it the same way, but it wasn't like the background imaginative. It was right there. So like
we see what what a adult would see if they walked in and saw the kid playing with toys like that.
Yeah, these are cops and robbers.
Yeah.
Literally,
well,
like
I'm more taken as Andy was more of a cowboy, whereas Bonnie is more of the dream. The whole world is my oyster. These two dinosaurs can get married. Buzz and Jesse can get married, but Jesse's the one with the tie, and Buzz is the one with the apron and everything.
Apron.
Yeah, he was wearing an apron. Oh, he was wearing a kilt. I'm sorry.
He's wearing a kilt.
He was wearing a kilt.
A Scottish kilt.
A Scottish kilt. But
Which
you know what?
got
Like you wouldn't really think of that. You wouldn't put Buzz in a kilt. What about him smells Scottish? But instead, you're just like, that's fun. That's funny.
Honestly, if I could wear a kilt.
A skill.
A kilt.
A skill.
Shout out to all my Scottish friends.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
But I mean, going into it now, going into it more and everything, do you guys think it was necessary for Lily Pad to intrude and try and make her friends?
Okay,
No.
so here's the thing. And I like to play like maybe like a devil's advocate here and there.
Okay.
Not sure how of a take this is. Well, it's not a hot take. I'm just gonna explain my reasoning or my understanding. So this movie is very obviously trying to tackle like technology and how it's affecting like children, how they're growing up, it does affect, I guess, like if you want to take it into like the Toy Story universe where toys are sentient and they're aware like, oh man, my kid used to play with me all the time and now there's this new fancy new tablet screen that they're playing with. They don't want to play with me anymore. It's like nowadays, as we were talking about,
my bad.
you could say it's a crisis. Yeah, like
toys. Yeah.
Where like a lot of kids are glued to the screen nowadays. There's like this friend that I'm not gonna say that by name, obviously I don't want to like dox anyone, but like there's like this family friend that we have. He has 2 kids and I just saw them once. They both came in. I said, hi, hey, how are you two doing? They both just kind of ignored me, sat down, and just glued to their tablet playing like Minecraft or like watching videos. Like both of them, just like right there. And I'm just like,
brain rot.
You remember what would happen if we walked into a house and did not say hello? Oh gosh.
well, I mean, so that's what the movie's trying to like bring that to attention, and we see it like once we like pan over to Bonnie after the whole toy, like the Buzz Lightyear introduction. We see it, like Bonnie, she's like, she wants to, the toys are aware like, oh, Bonnie needs human friends.
Yeah.
Let's try and get her connected. I'm gonna throw myself into like the sidewalks so that Bonnie can retrieve me and say hi to the neighbors, like the 2 kids
that was a wild move.
And then like the 2 kids, there's like, oh, you still play with toys? I got this fancy new tablet.
Yeah.
Well, they don't say it like that, but kind of like that.
No, they go running inside to play with their tablet.
Yeah.
After she's like, hey, who are you?
And I will say, growing up, because me, even if you walk into my room right now, I collect
amazing collection.
I have a whole bunch of this little He-Man right here, who we're not gonna talk about. I just got him recently, but aside from him, you go into my room, I have like a whole shelf worth of like action figures and toys and collectibles and stuff like that. And it all stemmed when I was growing up, I always liked collecting toys, and, playing with them, Mega Man, He-Man, just anything like that.
What is that? Okay, go ahead.
And it was just like something that I would see. It's gonna be like an image, like you just let it go, and then eventually it's gonna be an image you just scroll through.
Oh, okay.
But it's growing up like that. Like I loved playing with my toys. I would even like get like little pipe cleaners, like little fuzzy pipe cleaners. I would just like make my own little action figures out of that.
Yeah, I would.
And
it was pretty cool.
I would one time I brought it to school. I was playing with them, but like everyone else was not really playing with action figures. I was like in 3rd grade when that happened. And then I started realizing, I got a little bit more self-conscious about my interest and all that going into middle school. And then my mom kind of like took a, I guess, was aware of this, so she took all my action figures, like literally all my action figures, my Mega Man, my He-Mans, took all that, packed it up in a Ziploc bag, and then shipped it off to a donation center. She was like,
bro, it was bad, man. I remember that.
She was like, my boy, you know, he's like socially inept. He's not making friends. I gotta get rid of his toys and ship it off so that he will be forced to interact with kids.
Oh no.
And I would not say my mom is not like
No.
like that, but I mean she had good intentions and everything, because I mean even for me growing up, like I was more leaning towards I was always outside, but a kid who's always outside is not always the right thing to do. Yes, you want your kid to be outside. Yes, you want them to touch grass. But trust me, like
you busted up your finger that one time with the bike.
Oh yeah, no, I would get into multiple like accidents and situations that I really kind of wish I was at home. Everything, but you know what? Like too much of a good thing can be harmful, I would say.
Yeah, I mean it kind of really depends, but yeah.
In this movie, I kind of see it as.
Hey, shout out. Okami he was just talking about he hadn't played action figures in a long time.
Oh, guys, if you guys have an action figure, pick it up and let your imagination just go buck wild with it. Trust me, something's gonna happen, and you're gonna be like, "Why have I not done this in a long time?"
You know what though? You know what the one thing that the tablet reminded me of?
Lily pad?
Lily pad reminded me of Anxiety from Inside Out 2. Because Anxiety's goal was to plan the future.
Okay.
And what was Lily pad was essentially wanted to do?
She thought she knew better.
Right. Yeah. But she was also in the way, like, she wanted that to be her future, I felt like. Because she was like, the one small, it's not like a big connection, but like the one small part is to where she was trying to play the game. Yeah. It was that one game, and then she was like, "Oh, Bonnie's missing this. Bonnie needs to go ahead and start playing with the game so she could go ahead and start talking with her friends, start making with her friends." It was like, it's almost like Anxiety. Like, okay, you need to start doing this right now so you could go ahead and make friends, so you could go ahead and have friends in the future. It's like planning for that future already, in a way.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of felt like on that.
It's when it comes to Lily pad and. Like obviously, the whole marketing, the trailers and everything, you're like, oh man, this character just wants to take over Bonnie's life, just like laughs at the toys and everything. As you're watching the movie, we're in spoilers, right?
No, hey guys,
it's full
there's going to be spoilers here. Everything you had a week. You had a week.
It's a full discussion.
But this is the discussion that we are having, and if you're here to watch and you're enjoying it, guys, remember. Drop a like, subscribe to this because we do this every so often, and this will be on YouTube later on. Not the comments, but the video, everything. But yeah, guys, spoilers upcoming, but we'll have some fun here.
Yeah. Well, the thing I liked about Lily pad, because when she's first introduced, it's very much like she would think about a child's happiness as if it's like an AI trying to figure out like calculations, calculations wise, like if we do this and then she does this and this and this, then the algorithm, she would find herself happy with these specific friends.
That's why I was saying it's kind of like that.
It's like like I said, like an AI trying to run calculations on how to make a specific person happy or to make friends with this thing if they do these specific actions. But then as the movie goes on, Lily pad as a character isn't like a one-note character, like near like after the I would say like maybe like the third, fourth of the movie, Lily pad starts saying like, oh, everything that I'm doing is really not making Bonnie happy, because she is technically like in this group of friends. Yeah. But all they do is just like go into the house and just like play that game on their iPad all day.
They don't even talk.
And they don't even talk.
Killing turtles or like the turtles trying to grab hats.
And like it's you know, you see the movie, like Bonnie is miserable. Like she's only doing it because she's like, oh, this is
Everybody
the only,
else is.
everyone's doing it. This is the only
And
way I
you
can make
see
friends
the
nowadays.
Oh, such big peer pressure.
Like for like how old is she? Like what? Like 8 or something like that? 7? I don't know.
Probably a little bit younger.
She's like tiny. She's young. But
Yeah.
like seeing depression
no,
like
they're
that.
both 9. They're both 9.
They're both 9? I don't think so because the other girl's like way taller than her. Which we'll get into
So?
the other girl.
I mean, Billy.
The
My
other girl
old
was, like,
friend
fat.
was taller than me, and we were both the same age.
well, I think
Okay,
she's
okay.
8. I think Bonnie's like maybe like 6 or 7.
Okami
not- no.
said that he didn't
No,
plan on
no, they
watching
said they
the
were the same
movie.
age in the movie.
I don't think so. Maybe like around the same age range.
I know she was older. The other girl.
Yeah,
What?
she's definitely older.
Yeah, she was older.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
And Okami said that we could spoil it. He's not watching the movie.
Who is?
Thank you, Okami.
Okami.
All right.
Go ahead,
But
my
like
bad, bro.
you see, because Bonnie, she starts feeling depressed. She was like, she's only doing that because she feels like that's the only way she can make friends. And Lily Pad catches up on this after like a whole bunch of things happen.
Yeah.
She was like, oh wait, everything that I'm doing to make Bonnie happy is literally making her absolutely miserable. She doesn't want to play with the tablet. She wants to play with the toys. The only reason she's not doing that is because society's like making her think like, oh, nobody plays with toys anymore.
Oh my
you're-
god.
you're like-
Introduction of bullying.
You're like 7 years old and you're still playing with toys. We're gonna make fun of you.
yeah.
And like they literally just like in a group chat with, first of all, is Lily Pad
Yo, they are mean.
is Lily Pad basically just like an iPad? Because how
Yeah,
how
it's
do they have
definitely-
like a chat log where they can send like reaction images? They send her like a picture
Yeah,
of a
the
baby
dancing
crying.
girls
But that's crazy though. It's
or
like
dance girls.
she was introduction. Think about this though too, right? At the kid at that age, they were showing bullying on the internet, not even real life.
Bro,
Which
they
was-
went savage on those.
They showed internet bullying
We got cyberbullying before real
Cyberbullying.
bullying in,
Yeah.
in Toy Story 5.
and Toy
Yeah.
Story 5, yeah, which was kind of interesting, right? And like I said, like you kind of see the change, right? So like she was being herself, and then towards the end of the movie, she was like all shy and everything. She didn't barely hold her toys, and then like wasn't she getting like bags or something? Was she like getting tired, or she was just getting sad? And she didn't have bags, but
like eye bags?
Who was it towards the end?
No, she just
Okay.
No,
she was
no,
like
no, no.
sad.
So there was one part she showed up very depressed after she had her sleepover.
Yeah, the sleepover, like
Yeah.
Yeah, because and this broke my heart a little bit. So they were all playing hide and go seek, and they didn't go and find
They
her.
didn't go and find her on purpose.
Oh yeah.
That's what it
Bro,
was.
that killed me.
That's
I
wild.
was like, "How dare you!"
That's wild.
But also, before we continue on,
Oh yeah.
here's a question that I wrote.
Please.
How does Smarty? Before we do that one, who's your favorite new character in this movie?
I didn't like it that much for that. I'm gonna be real.
Ooh,
Like, it's hard. Like, I like the movie. I just have my own opinions on it. I didn't really have a character. If I would pick
Jimmy Dean the pig.
Jimmy Dean
yes,
the pig.
yes,
Yeah.
favorite.
Yes,
That-
that was Okami.
that
That
guy
was
was
messed
great.
up. Okami.
I love Jimmy Dean.
Okami said that was messed up of what we just said about of what she went through, which is true.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
Jimmy
yeah.
Dean was my favorite.
Jimmy Dean
character.
was that was hype. That was perfect. I like Jimmy Dean.
The movie. All right, Okami
He's
asked.
so good.
To bring her to the house and just freaking walk in the door like, oh,
Bro.
Leave Jimmy Dean alone.
All right, so Okami just asked. He was like, "Is the movie worth watching?" He
Oh
was like-
yes,
he was like,
I would say watch it. Yeah, it's
100%. Yeah,
It's a
I
fun
agree.
time. It's relatable. Like
It'll-
it's engaging. Like
it'll hit you in ways that you wouldn't think a kids movie would hit you.
well,
like
okay, well,
Bluey.
no.
Oh yeah, that's another topic we're about to get into.
No, okay,
Yeah.
First, okay,
What do you
Dan,
mean?
I think the third and fourth
gonna
were way more
cut
touching.
You off right there.
Yeah, I think the third
Okay.
and fourth were way more
I
touching.
hate when people say like it'll touch you in a way cartoons have touched the hearts of like people for generations.
I was
Alright?
gonna say name another cartoon, but no, I was
No,
Like you-
cartoons, movies, like any like animated
Animes.
stuff. So many things have touched our hearts. Like this is not the first. This is not like breaking
No,
new
but
grounds.
I'm saying-
but it is like
toy based.
what?
No,
I would say in a toy sentiment of people who used to play with toys and stuff like that, we really give like this movie really reminds us like how much toys really,
well,
as much as
Here.
time has changed, toys have really taken a big part in our lives.
I would say within its own universe, Toy Story 5 is not as good, in my opinion, as 2, 3, and 4.
Rank all the Toy Stories
2 was my favorite.
from greatest to not as great.
I would say
Okay, like more. Okay, like
I will
probably
go-
best to worst. How's that?
for my opinion, I will go 2, 1,
Yeah.
3, and 4. No, yeah, 2, 1, 3, and 4.
You forgot 5.
5 is the last one, so yeah, 5.
Wow. Okay. Well,
That's why I don't think the 5th one was that.
I switched that up 4-3.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like how Woody had that nice send off. I don't care much for them about to die. Sorry.
I got more emotional when Woody actually left the gang. No, I actually got more emotional when Andy decided to go ahead and separate and go to college to separate them. That when I got more emotional than that. I
That
connected
hit me.
to that.
Yes.
Andy, for real. I like that.
3.
you chose. You
chose
over
4.
5.
Yeah.
No, 2 was great though. 2 was awesome.
Yeah, no,
I still rewatch 2.
and that's why I was just like, I kind of feel like in an older thing though too, like they kind of went backwards. It's like, why do the last movie about technology where they could have been done that a movie or 2 movies ago?
Well, because the 4th movie had to be about them going to a carnival and then Woody leaving.
And Woody leaving. I think they were trying to move on from Woody.
Carnival, leaving, and Key and Peele. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we move on to technology.
But you know what? Okay, here's another question. How does Smarty Pants connect to the internet?
Yeah, that was a good question.
So I saw about that. Funny enough, I'm on Twitter a lot. I really gotta get off that. That's a hell site right there. But basically, somebody did bring that up in conversation, and it's like really just doesn't make sense in a literal sense. But then you gotta realize, like, in this universe, because it was Smarty Pants, the Rhino,
And
which
the hippo.
was sorry, yeah, the hippo, and then the camera. They all have like digital utilities, because I think the hippo was like a GPS or something. The Smarty Pants has online capabilities, which is weird for like a.
I thought it could send pictures.
I mean, it could connect to like some sort of web.
connected.
Well,
to
they were all
Wi-Fi.
connected. All 3 of them were connected. So
Yeah, they all had like
Smarty
LAN
Pants
cables or
could
something.
write. The camera could take pictures, and Atlas
What-
was the connection to internet. I think
I would say he was only connected to the
Atlas.
internet.
Atlas was the name of the hippo.
I'm so glad you actually remembered that name because I had no. I just called him the hippo.
The camera's name was Snappy.
I did not-
Yeah, but
I don't
how'd you get?
even-
Oh, Atlas, the globe.
I would say the only thing I would say Smarty Pants was only able to connect to the internet because of the company that it was for. It was the same company as LilyPad.
Which is still,
But
I would
that
say,
still doesn't make sense.
it's still a little bit far fetched, but I can see
Yeah.
them trying to like
Yeah.
in the they're
That
probably in the
connection.
writers' room, probably like holding their heads like, how are we gonna make this work?
Yeah, like literally.
Yo, same company, LilyPad. Okay, make a connection between the devices, I guess. Like sure, yeah.
Yeah. I actually had to say, and plus the photos were coming out crisp clear.
Bro, crisp clear.
On-
And there's
on
no way.
Atlas.
I bought my son a little tiny camera. Those pictures are crap.
Now, but you know what though too? I will say this would probably be one way if you was like an engineer or something or some type of in that field. I bet you though, if you were able, it will look different. But you could probably mess with those 3 pieces to probably get that.
Yeah, so I get
Probably, but it
I'm
looks
pretty
so
sure there's a
different.
lot of people who can MacGyver it
That's what
and
I'm
everything.
saying.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of people like that.
No,
Who are
but
just like,
it would just be a waste of time.
Yeah, like I may be taking classes and stuff, but no way am I anywhere close to a real engineer. Like
Well, I'm just saying somebody in that backfield.
I mean, I guess like
if they know how to mess with
they
tech
know how
like
to
that.
solder, they know how to mess with the cables and everything. But yeah, like still Jimmy D #1. But
I know.
but yeah, no, like I felt like that was a stretch, but I was like, you know what, fine. They're in part of the same. She's a smart high-tech tablet, and he's a toy that's super old. Now,
Yeah.
given if she's like 10, if the girl is like 10 and she was using this when she was learning how to go to the bathroom and everything, this means that toy is like 8 years old, 9 years old, something.
No, because she's 8.
The girl? The cowgirl?
The horse girl, yeah, cowgirl.
She's a cowgirl.
No.
She's Wait,
You see
you're
all the
saying that
horses in
she's 8?
She
They-
was-
I thought we
she was-
agreed she was older than Bonnie.
No, well, we don't know Bonnie's 8.
Oh, I'm gonna look this up.
No. Okay, hold on.
Guys, if you guys could beat them, go ahead and see if you guys could go ahead.
Yeah,
and guess Bonnie's
how old
age.
is Bonnie? Roy, tell me now.
No, I think Bonnie had to be at least like 5 or 6,
There's no way.
or at least 7.
I don't think she was 5 or 6.
She was younger. She is younger.
I
than
thought she was like 8 or 9.
She was younger.
Oh, Bonnie's 8 years old in Toy Story 5.
Ah!
Wait, that whole okay.
Well,
hold on.
so how old
What's the other girl's name?
So
What's
the other girl had to be.
Wendy.
Wendy. Is that?
Wow, I can't really remember.
No, you're wrong. That's
What?
Miss Wendy from Toy Story franchise.
Dang.
She's the kindergarten teacher from Toy Story 4.
Oh, Gerby said this movie tablet gave leapfrog vibes. Yes, it was definitely was.
Take down Leapfrog.
Okami said when Andy gave away his toys, that broke my heart. Bonnie's yes. Oh, he said Bonnie's 8, so he looked it up. So yeah, Bonnie's 8.
Okay, but what about the other girl?
Let's see, that's what I was saying on 2. That's what I was like when Andy gave away his toys. That was sentimental to me. Oh, now we're trying to figure out Bonnie's friend in the movie, their age. I think she's like 10 or 11. I thought they said 11
No, I don't think she was 11.
because she is getting to like.
Blaze.
Blaze. Oh my gosh,
She's
Wendy.
8.
I forgot. I really liked her name, Blaze. She's 8.
also
Also 8. I knew it. They were the same age.
Who was roughly 8 to 9.5 years old. You're 8.
Gerby says that the other girl's 9. He thinks.
Okay, then fine. Even then, 8, 9.
So then it's just genetics. She's just tall.
Yeah,
That girl was
she's
taller than her. That girl was
But
taller
you know
than her.
what? You know what? Yeah, they drink whatever's in this milk.
Okay,
or-
on the official Disney fandom
Here we
wiki,
go.
it says Blaze Manukian is a character in 2026 Toy Story 5.
Manukian.
She is 9.5 years old girl who an
says
elderly
half
parent.
anymore?
Kids
It's
say
9.
that.
It's just 9.
Kids say that.
Yeah.
Me and Angie were having a big
Kids say,
talk
like,
about this.
I said that a lot.
I'm
I said that
7.
when I
Yo,
was a
I'm
kid.
7.5.
Yeah.
So I'm older than you. Like, kids say that.
yeah, we're not kids and everything.
She's a kid.
She may be a kid, but she's just 9.
Lincoln Financial. Okay, hold on.
But okay,
Angie, stop getting answers from ChatGPT. It's literally wrong. It says 9.5.
She was 6 months into being 9, so it's a half.
Thank you.
Okay, well,
Oh.
either way, you're still wrong. It's not 8, it's 9.
Hold on. Okami got Dan's back. He goes, when do we half ages?
Yeah. Right?
Well,
He said, when do we
No,
half ages?
because me and my wife were talking about this when
Kids
people
do
are just
that.
like, how old's your kid? 36 months. Fool, that's like 3 years.
we not do. Okay, that's different. Okay, saying months,
but
referring
you're
to
now you're doing
referring to a
fractions.
toddler,
Okay.
saying
Real
months.
talk, I really hated that.
Thank you.
What? Saying what?
Like months.
The whole months thing.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like my bad. I mean, I was saying I hated that. Like my baby's a year and 5.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Just-
No. Well, okay. Okay. I can understand it for like the first 2 years of your baby's life. I can understand wanting to go back based on months. Well, you're not part of this conversation. You're not on the table. You're not on the table. I don't know if you can hear her. You're not on the table.
Angie, you know what? How many days to your birthday? How many days to your birthday?
No, that's not. I'm saying for
How
the
old are
first
you?
for the first 2 years of a baby's life, you can use months. That's fine. But if your baby turns 3, stop using months.
That's real.
Angie,
even
you're
better.
not part of this conversation. I will dox you.
Okay. I think we got away from what this is supposed to be about.
Anyway, Blaze from Toy Story 5 is 9 years
9.
old, and Bonnie is 8 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right, Taki said, what's the topic? We're talking about Toy Story 5, my friend. Toy Story 5. And Okami
You
said,
guys got off on a tangent.
Off on a tangent.
Okami says when you start hitting 3 months, she'll go out the window. That's what he just said.
Okay.
Okami,
okay.
what's your actual name?
No.
That's what my homeboys from
Okay.
work.
So here we go. We're moving on to the next question. The next question.
What were we on?
We were talking about Smarty Pants' connection to the internet.
Wait, no, we were talking about favorite characters.
No. We skipped. We finished over that.
Okay, well, I like
Yeah.
Lily Pad.
What?
I literally, I like Lily Pad and Smarty Pants because he's voiced by Conan.
Smarty Pants fine, but Lily Pad?
Yes, Dan. Did you watch the same movie?
Like, she may have been redeemed at the end.
Not redeemed. Okay, listen. Have you ever heard of nuance, Stan? I know it's a hard word for you to understand because you're so
If
black
you
and white about
understand,
everything.
she was the villain until the very end. She's like, oh, it's me that's the problem.
You ever heard of nuance?
I was gonna say, was she a villain?
No, I mean, I would say she's the protagonist in the beginning.
Have you ever heard of difference
In the
between
Beningi.
in story writing? You ever heard of this difference between hero and villain and protagonist and antagonist? Antagonist.
She was the antagonist.
Antagonist does not equal villain. It just means someone that has opposing views from the protagonist, which in this case would be like Woody,
Jesse and all that.
Jesse, Buzz.
Okay, but okay, if she's just like a person who, oh, both of their goals line up, they want to help this kid and everything. Bonnie, why'd Lily Pad hit Woody and also tackle Buzz and all that? She was fighting them.
No, she was rage baiting them, and then it got physical.
Okay, so once again, who rage baits? Go ahead. Is that a villain who rage baits,
I mean,
or is that?
I rage bait from time to time.
Jerby says that Lily Pad created the problem.
There you go.
He
So
said-
but I'll give you that. She's not a villain,
Now-
but she wasn't.
Now Okami also added.
Here's the thing.
He also added. I'm real quick. He also added. That just means you see things differently, but the goals are the same.
Exactly.
Yeah, but there's a right way and a wrong way of going about it, and Lilypad was not going about it the right way.
Lilypad was manufactured in a way to believe that there is only one way how to make a child happy or to make friends.
And as you said,
They
AI
both have
cannot really put an like a human perspective on it, because what she did to the toys. What kind of monster texts the Bonnie's dad and tells him, "Hey, put all my toys in the garage."
it was a
without
it
her.
was a retaliatory action.
Yeah, but would you consider anxiety from the last
I don't watch that movie.
I hate you.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen clips.
Okay, would you consider anxiety? Oh man, this is still hard because you didn't watch it.
Guess who didn't
Anxiety.
watch Toy Story 4 either.
You didn't see Toy Story 4?
I watched.
Oh, I
bits and
hate
pieces of
you.
it. I know what happens. I just,
But anyway, skipping on to another question, I guess.
So, real quick, we'll go to the comments. My bad.
please.
He said, Gerby said, all they need to talk and put their pride aside. Okami said, you're right about that, but again, they have different perspectives. But the goal is to make the kid happy.
But as we know, Lilypad wasn't making Bonnie happy.
Well, no, that's that's what Lilypad learns in the end. She realizes,
No,
like, oh,
but we even see before she learns that, we see Bonnie's not happy.
yeah, well, it takes some
Well,
people
Lilypad
longer
didn't
to
see
understand what's happening.
Yeah, but it's more of Lilypad thought she had a great time at the sleepover, where in reality she had the worst time.
So-
Because at that point, she's trying to view things through like rose-tinted glasses, like, oh, like as long as she's with other kids her age and they're playing with more of me, more lily pads, then they're happy. Then that's why near the end, when she realized, like, oh wait, these kids are actually jerks and they're not making her happy.
Because she thought, again, she was just programmed for her development. And friends making was part of her development.
Exactly, just like Smarty Pants was programmed to help kids poop.
Another question about Smarty Pants.
Please.
Go ahead. Then we got two more
Why does
questions.
Smarty Pants circle his number 2 in that one scene?
Oh, yeah, he does. He does.
I didn't think they were gonna put that in the movie. But he's like, "You sure you don't want to play?"
That's so, yeah. I'm good. That was the second adult joke that they did in there, which, again, I'm surprised that they did. But, hey, that's Disney, right?
That's show business.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I thought that was unnecessary, but hey, here we are.
That was all Conan.
Angie asked, do you believe the whole love interest and kiss of Buzz and Jessie necessary?
Heck yes.
I feel like it's long overdue.
That was
Well,
long
no, hold
overdue.
on. Wait, no, they kissed before. I feel like in Toy Story 2.
No.
It was a cheek kiss.
Okay, no. I remember because, obviously, like.
That's right. You didn't watch 4. Get him, guys.
At the end of Toy Story 2, Bo Peep and Woody are kind of going at it. He's like full of like kisses on his face, and then so is Buzz with Jesse's kisses, right?
Oh, he has a point.
But none of those kisses were on his lips.
Well, no, but they're all over his face.
Oh, but they didn't make it official.
They weren't official. Buzz was already trying.
Which
Spoilers.
made no sense.
Spoilers. Buzz was already trying to marry Bonnie. Jesse.
What?
And was like, oh, I can ask her to marry her, and she'll say, like,
the
he
movie-
he was all over the place about it, but he knew.
Yeah. The first scene we see like our Buzz in, like he's just like, oh man, how am I gonna marry this girl?
Where'd he get the ring?
What ring?
Oh yeah,
Did he have a ring? He had a ring by the end of it.
Oh yeah, no, because remember.
Oh, that was the mom's ring.
That was the
Okay.
mom's ring. They stole.
Jimmy said,
Right.
kid and toy marriage. That's wild.
You never married your toys before?
So, actually, like, crap, I almost forgot about that question that just came in. It just disappeared. Oh my god, it just disappeared in my head. Anyways, keep going. My bad.
It's alright. I forgive you.
Here's another question I wrote. Unless anybody else has any questions,
I'm so mad I forgot that. Go ahead.
this is why you write them down, bro.
I know.
But anybody in the comments, remember, if you got questions, let us know. Comments down below.
Questions, comments,
We will
concerns?
answer and everything. And if you're watching on the YouTube later on and you write a comment on there, trust me, you'll get an answer back.
So, actually, one just came up.
Okay.
The new Buzz Lightyear toys, right? So,
Yeah.
was that really a whole...
Spies are broken?
Right, that could have been multiple meanings and thing of it, right? 'Cause what the first movie was... What was the whole first movie with Buzz?
The whole first movie with
With
Buzz
Buzz.
is that he is a space ranger, and he's the brand new toy that's super cool. He has a laser in his arm, like this one.
Uh-huh.
Does it work still? No, it doesn't.
No.
Battery's
Right.
out. And he has lasers in his arm, and he's got wings.
And he was-
Any toy that had wings was the coolest ever.
Now going from that, right? Do you guys think that they accomplished that with the new Buzz, right? So now they did the new Buzz to where he is half a toy and then half being technology with Wi-Fi. So do you think that whole thing was it good? Did they plot that right?
So,
In
and
your
that's
guys'
something that they
opinion?
do with these toys in Disney, because that's where we got this Buzz and everything for my son. The reason they made them so high tech is, as much as I would love that whole digital visor and everything, the toys from Disney, they speak to each other. They have a thing where inside of them that when this Woody and this Buzz and a Woody from the same like toy section get close to each other, they speak.
That's wild.
They have conversations, everything. So I think the movie is showing like, hey, Buzz may be an older toy, but he's still relevant enough that we're giving him upgrades.
He's that toy.
He's that toy.
Yeah.
That can be just simply like, we can upgrade him.
So I will say, there is a real life company called RoboSen,
Oh, I want it so bad.
which they've been making a lot of these like mainly like from what I've seen from their company is like Transformers. So they're like Transformers that like are connected. You can connect them via Wi-Fi to your phone. They're connected to the internet. They can move on their own. You can give them voice commands. You say like transform, they can transform
the
on their
transform.
own.
Yeah.
They can move on their own. They can reenact like battle sequences and all that. So I would say probably comparative to real life, that's what these in the movie, the high tech Buzz Lightyears are like kind of trying to emulate. Like they're like, if Robos and that company made Buzz Lightyear in the Toy Story universe, and that's what those are. Like their voice command, they're connected to the internet, they like connect to Bluetooth and all this and that. Probably have voice
And turn
commands.
into drones.
Bro,
They
and
have-
spoilers, guys.
We said that like 5 times already.
Buzz has an upgrade mode that he becomes a drone.
Not our Buzz, but like the new Buzzes.
The new Buzzes. They like, honestly, when I saw this, I was like, I need that in my life. Because like,
That's
first
cool.
off, the green on Buzz is all like shiny and everything. That's pretty cool. The digital visor that they have in front of them, awesome. And now the fact that they can be upgraded because they have a QR code, they can be upgraded to drones. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, I need this. I need this so bad.
They haven't made it yet, but
Not
I'm hoping.
yet.
I'm hoping as well.
In the comments, there's a couple things. Gerby's asked. He has a question. How many toys does Dan have? Also, Okami went ahead and throw out a joke. He was like, in quotations, your son. It's okay. It's okay to say you got it for yourself.
Oh, I won't lie. I thought it was pretty cool. And I was like, yeah, I'll definitely get it for him. Now, my son does play with it more than I do, though.
Gerby
What?
says, remember they followed the toy craze and order like when Furbies. Oh my God, I had a Furby. When Furbies began and now they connected. Yeah. And then Okami got interested about the company, what you were saying about the companies and the toys.
To answer the question on how many toys I have, I don't have too many. Like I got rid of quite a few, and I've donated them over the years, and I've given them away. I have a lot of Funkos, but I'm also trying to get rid of those as well. I do have a couple of figures, and when I say a couple, I mean like 2. Of
So quite literally a couple.
yeah, so I have a Gundam. It's God Gundam from G Gundam. That is still in his box. I love it. It looks so cool. I'm debating on taking it out, but I don't want to mess it up. And I have a Goku that's the manga colors of it in Super Saiyan. I got that with actually Joel here. We both ended up going to Aventura and waiting in line to get that.
It was a special limited edition drop.
Yeah.
We waited, I think, like 6 hours.
You guys were there so early in the morning.
We got there at 6 a.m. and we waited to go inside at like.
Which we don't do this
1?
normally, this kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like people, let's say like I work at Target. I'm a manager at Target. And we have like some days where we get like trading cards in, you know? We have people, like 20 plus people waiting outside our door by the time like the store opens in order to like get first hands on it.
Wild.
And some people even wait like I've heard some people wait until like 10 p.m. the previous night overnight to like get their pace on it. They do
That's
that
wild.
almost every single day. We did that one time where we're like, okay, we're not gonna do this again. But we got what we wanted, so
Okami said that was still a lot of toys. He was like he got a lot still.
oh then you don't want who said that?
Okami.
Okami, you do not want to see my collection.
And he just said, oh nah.
Yeah, you do not want to see that.
So
Unless you do though, then follow my Instagram.
I actually, I remember the one joke when we were talking about Woody and Jesse. You guys thought, and I actually thought, now hear me out. I thought they did this well
Okay.
because I haven't seen this literally since the 90s of this type of like.
What is he going to say, Joel?
Of Buzz being feminine, Jesse being more of dominant. Right.
How is Buzz feminine?
They was showing different like little femininities. Like remember like of the older movies of
You
like,
could say submissive, but not feminine.
Yeah, I would not say-
that's true. That's true. Yeah, he was more submissive. Like the one thing when Jesse kissed him, he lifted up his leg. There was another one that still when he got confused and he was wearing like the apron and whatnot. And I think it was like the first or second movie.
That was the very
That was-
first movie.
but that was,
Oh,
like, the
yeah, that was the
introduction of
first
it.
movie, but he was
when he was
delusional.
when he was Mrs. Nesbit.
Yeah,
After
Yeah.
after he realized that he
Um,
truly cannot fly, he's just a toy.
That was
Um,
heartbreaking.
That was heartbreaking.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
Please.
Could they have come up with a better name for Smarty Pants in the secret agent scene?
What was his name?
Yeah, what was his name?
Dude, I wish I wrote it down. Fred.
Why you write
No,
down the
no,
question if you don't remember?
That's what I was talking about. The first thing I said was the curse word. Was it the one that was like the curse word?
Oh yeah!
So I don't want to say it because then I'm gonna actually.
Yeah.
It did start with the S.
Yeah, that's
was
what I
it.
meant. That was it. Yeah.
So
Oh wait. It was
I'm not saying it. It literally started SH.
Yeah, it started with an SH.
How much for Dan to dress up as Miss Nesbit?
Oh,
And-
guys.
and-
Well,
Okami-
SuperCon's coming up.
And Okami said he's interested in the collection now.
Oh, please, if you guys want, follow this man on his Instagram. He literally posts a lot of his figures, but he posts posts his pictures of them posed. He talks about their joints. He talks about like if it's good material. Like he really goes into depths about it.
It's called a review.
Yeah, he gives a lot of great reviews and tells you, is it worth it to get certain figures? He will tell you, guys, follow him. What's your Instagram?
Where could people find you?
Astrocore Figs.
Astrocore Figs. Check it out, guys. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Like he has like really good figures and everything.
If you want to, I guess if you want to spell it phonetically, then it's Astrocur, space Figs.
And here's another big question. Another one. Have you guys noticed
No.
that in the Toy Story movies, there's no really memorable songs anymore?
There were
Oh.
songs. Oh,
Like you got a friend in me.
no. So the
You got a
thing
friend
is,
in me. There was like that.
I'm pretty sure he died. That's why.
So that's why they don't come up with
my
music anymore.
gosh.
Well,
But no, that wouldn't stop them from putting memorable songs. But it's just the songs aren't memorable. Like,
That's
especially
real.
that one song that they're playing when
But it's
Woody is not the favorite anymore. It's Buzz, and Woody starts looking around, and the whole walls start becoming Buzz.
Oh, it started becoming a buzz, but the music came on.
Yeah,
that's
that one
true.
hit me.
So you're talking? What? He's still alive? Well, never mind. He's still alive. So Randy Newman, who is the famous singer, he sung all the Toy Story songs. The iconic songs like "You Got," all those. A very iconic voice. Believe me, you cannot replicate that voice. No, he didn't make any music for this movie, which is sad. He's still alive, surprisingly. I'm surprised this guy. I thought he died, but he's 82, still kicking it. I'm not sure if he's still making music or not, but he didn't make any music for this. But Taylor Swift made a song, so if you care about that,
I don't care about no
Um,
Taylor Swift.
Gerby said they also have hard times keeping music artists,
Yeah,
which is true.
yeah. I mean, heck, a lot of music that was played in like movies from back in the day and everything, those are memorable. Those are nostalgic. Everything. It's kind of
Edgy.
tough.
Oh,
What'd she
okay.
say? What'd she say?
But he probably didn't improve of the other movies.
Oh, that's a good one.
So apparently, he actually did compose the music for Toy Story 5, but he didn't sing any songs.
it would have been better if he sang.
That's fine.
Oh,
Honestly,
I mean, he's 82. Like maybe he wants
So-
to give his voice a rest.
This wasn't clear to me, so you guys can help me out here.
Is he in public? what in the world?
Jesse's old owner.
yeah.
Yeah.
They find let's call it what it is, a time capsule.
That's what it was, yeah.
In the ground and everything, and Jesse sees a picture of her old owner, everything, who then calls her own daughter Jessie as well.
Mm-hmm.
So now, looking at all this, so they don't really say what happens to Jesse's old owner and her new daughter Jessie, everything. I was thinking that they were going to correlate that Jesse's going to go to her old home. Jesse's going to see this new kid there, and it's going to be the grandkid of her original owner.
I thought that was gonna happen.
I
too.
thought that was going to happen,
I
but
thought the
they
kid was.
I thought that too.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought that. So if everyone here thought that was gonna happen,
Obviously,
that probably should have happened.
It should.
I don't mind what they did.
It should've.
But we see this new kid. We know like Jesse's original owner's probably like grown up now.
Yeah.
We don't know about
Way
how
old,
long.
way
We don't
old.
know if like either mother or grandmother status because we don't know exactly how old Jesse is. But we know were the toys from like the 60s, or was it just like the TV
what-
show and then the toys were like
I-
after?
What I'm thinking is that Jesse, so we now know that when toys are in the box, they're in sleep. They're in deep sleep. They do not see what's going on and everything. No matter what the bloopers say, when Buzz was like making a face and there was all the other Buzzes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no matter what they say, in the boxes they are asleep. They are not awake. They are not seeing the world around them. But then when the box opens, oh, I'm alive. So I think Jessie has been out of her box way longer than Woody. Because Woody's whole thing is, Andy was my first, Andy is my favorite, Andy is my kid, I always have to be there for Andy. Whereas Jessie, you can see Jessie's gone through it.
I think the reason why they didn't bring Jesse's old owner because it would probably take away the whole main point of the movie with Bonnie.
Do you think that
It would make
Jessie would have chosen to stay?
No, they would have made Jesse the main character over Bonnie, or taken away
Well,
the
I
whole
get
thing
that.
of
No,
Bonnie.
to be
That's what
fair,
I think.
well, I will say, and one thing we kind of just like skipped over, this movie kind of like segments into like 3 different like plot points
Yeah.
that like converge near the end. One following like the high tech buzzes, like the whole group of them, like going through and kind of like discovering, I guess, humanity, and like learning to like soften up and all this and that on their own.
Right.
The second. Geez. The second is Buzz. Well, like Woody coming back and convening with like Buzz and all that, and dealing with Lily Pad inside the house. And then the third would be Jessie, who kind of gets like taken into like this whole situation where like she wanted to like be at the slumber party with Bonnie, and then she fell out of the car, and then like these passerby like saw her, and they were like, "Oh, where do you belong?" And they
I
saw
thought that was wild that you could still see the dress.
yeah, it never got wiped away apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How close she was.
Like in like her boot, like there's like an address that was inscribed there, like, "Oh, that's not too far from here."
I
Well,
think
that,
first of
that
all,
hit me wild.
First of all, it's not too far from there. That's interesting.
Uh-huh,
But then, like, they took her over there, and then she's on her own adventure, being at like her old owner's house. But it's like,
Yeah.
you know, now new owners have it. Like the girl, oh, hello, Blaze, I think her name is. That
Yes.
Yeah.
girl Blaze, and like her family lives there and everything with like the pig, Jimmy Dean, and all that.
My boy Jimmy Dean.
So yeah, like 3 different plot points, which
Yeah.
I think was interesting, you know, because like we can like swap between like how everything's going on each side until they eventually meet up and like
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it though.
So Gerby's actually he made a good point about the box. So there's 2
What box?
questions. So well, not there is a question after that. Gerby's at he didn't ask. He stated that box is a plot hole. Because remember, Pete is the second able to see and do stuff while in the box. That's a good point.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Now, Angie asked, can I ask the beginning, why did Buzz have to go into that shipping container to turn on a Buzz?
so that was a whole Wi-Fi thing because they are their own hubs.
They're the
their
new
own
type
hot,
of
they
tool.
have their own hotspot.
Instead of just turning on the
hold on.
first one he saw.
I
Wait a minute.
Oh, so she's asking why she just didn't turn on.
why didn't the other buzzes outside turn on when he was walking around?
No, she's asking why couldn't he just turn on the first one he seen? He just turned on like
I
the
mean,
5th one or
would
whatever
you
it
be
was.
touching when you're in this new world and everything? Or is the first thing you're doing is touching the first thing you see? No, like
Yeah,
You're,
correct.
you're like taking in the new world.
yeah,
that
you're
just,
in
like,
a
brought into.
daze pretty much.
Yeah,
Oh, Ange.
I got you.
He got you. Never mind. You gotta fit the puzzle piece quick.
Fit the puzzle piece.
Fit the puzzle piece.
We had to fit the puzzle piece.
Hey, we're humans.
Now, I actually have a thing. I actually have a question.
Please.
Speak into the mic,
This
speak into
one's
the
gonna
mic.
be like a. They were cavemen. They were cavemen. So I actually have a question about the whole mystery thing of them being toys and them being sentient. Where is the baseline of that? Where is the baseline of them being sentient? Where, like, how is it internally that they know that they're toys? They know they have to play the role of a toy. Like the Buzzes, when they first woke up, they don't know what they were, and
Okay.
then they initially like toy.
So,
I think it's instinct.
to answer that whole plot thing about the box with Pete and everything.
Yeah.
You to break out of the box sleep thing, you have to actually break out of the box. The moment you're out of the box is just the box. Everything. Pete had already previously been out of the box.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, I think it was like described where like he already opened the box prior. That's why he's like sentient inside the box, and he was just kind of like pretending until like Buzz said like, "All right, we're gonna get out of here," and then he was like, "Oh, I'm actually outside the box. I'm gonna lock these gates."
Yeah, no, you're out of the box.
That's real.
Yeah,
That's
it
real.
was so it's been a given that once you get out of the box, you are sentient. The box is just a box. It doesn't put you back to sleep or anything.
Whoa.
So
wait, no, you're right. But what it is then, essentially, is it's its own.
It's a cryo sleep.
yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
Exactly.
literally. But again, though, so what makes them sentient? How they are sentient?
How? I mean,
You break them out of cryo sleep.
imagination.
Right, but like the. So
You're okay. So here's the thing.
in their world, they create the toy,
You're-
but then us,
What
the
gives
audience,
them life?
So
yeah.
So the thing is, you're asking logic in a sense where, let's say, like the Cars universe. Why are the cars sentient? What happened in World War II?
I think
Why?
that's a little bit of a different story with Hoppers with cars. 'Cause Hoppers was kind of explaining that the new Pixar movie, because they were showing it. So what Hoppers was, they were transforming one mind into another thing, right? So at the end, they showed like a big old chalkboard.
Yeah.
Then they showed different movies. So they actually showed Toy Story, they showed Monsters Inc., they showed Cars, and with the same technology of taking sentient to one thing into another, putting us into there. That was the whole point of that movie.
Yeah.
So
then-
like taking the conscience into
So you're
something
saying-
else.
Okay, but
that,
what
like-
what does that have to do with anything?
Yeah. What
Well,
does that have to do?
Because it was a whole conspiracy thing of like with the cars thing. That's why the whole like all the cars were cars.
We're not.
But
So-
no,
so-
in
so
Toy
Sonny-
Story.
Oh no, I
I
wasn't
love you,
saying that
buddy,
was
but
true.
we're not gonna delve into conspiracies.
That's what they showed in Hoppers.
Wait, hold up, man.
That's what
I
they
love
did show-
conspiracies.
That's what they did show.
Well,
in
yeah, but we're
Hoppers.
not. We're talking about the movie. We're not talking about conspiracies. That's going into
Fair
a
enough,
whole
fair enough.
other.
Tangent.
Well, they did show. Like I said, they did show the movie. So it was all connection. It was all the Pixar movies. There we go.
Yeah. But okay, so going back to it,
Please, yeah.
yeah, pretty much that. Huh?
No, he was just saying he could
yeah,
see
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Go- let's dive into this. At the end, all the buzzes, the high tech buzzes, fly down into a playground, and this is one of the bonus scenes. So
I'll see.
there's two bonus, kind of
Just say after credits.
1.5 after credit scenes, everything, and all the buzzes go down. And they fly down into the park, and a whole bunch of kids and one adult get all the buzzes and everything, and they're freaking out. And then
I mean, I would freak out if I got that.
the buzzes like are all on and everything, and a kid pulls out a Zerg.
No, yeah.
And
A high tech Zerg.
high-tech Zerg, which
Yeah.
means these toys have been out. The toys are out.
Or unless that kid has like his dad like works at the business that manufactures it and he got like an early release or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the moment he pulls him, Zerg turns on, and what does he say? Something about
I don't know.
I am your father, and you hear all the buzzes. No.
Yeah.
No. No, Buzz, like our Buzz tells all those that.
Yeah, but this is at the end. At the
Well,
end credit.
he doesn't say like I'm your father. He says something else.
He did say something else. It was like one of the voice things. By the way, Gerby said that they confirmed it with Hoppers.
Confirm what?
The whole Pixar thing.
What Pixar thing?
That's why all like the things were sentient because of Hoppers.
So you mean to tell me that there is like millions and millions of humans that got hopped into bodies of toys?
Well, I was just trying to go ahead and trying to figure that out. Like I was just trying to go ahead and I was trying to use that comparison of it. That's why I was just like having that one topic, separate thing of like Pixar's and movies.
Okay.
I was just trying to bring that up to just like figure out of you already answered it. You were like, there's no point of basically trying to go ahead and solve something that's basically the creators create. There's no point of doing that. Then it's
Well,
going too deep.
it's like, you know, ever heard of like the little brave toaster? Like, why is a toaster sentient? It just is.
No, of course, I know.
You know, like
But it's like movies. They went to their own depth of doing that, and hence, because I was gonna say the conspiracy word again.
It's okay.
It's a copy for multiple life forms. That's what Gerby says.
It's like it's human. You know, the writers, they want to be able to find relatability in, you know, like inanimate objects. In this case, like toys. Like, what if toys had emotions like us, but they had their own ambitions? Like, if they're toys and they had like emotions or like thought like us, then why do they stand around like toys? Why won't they like go rob a bank or like, I don't know, like go outside? Well, no, because in their mindset, you know, the reason why they exist is to have fun with the kid, like make
It's with the kids. Yeah.
So like,
Okay, I got it. I got the scene. So this is what I found. In the mid-credit scenes, the group of high-tech Buzz Lightyear toys land at a playground and each find a child to play with. When one child pulls an upgraded Zurg out of his backpack, the Buzz toys react by displaying a warning on the screen on their chest, recognizing that their old enemy has appeared.
Yeah.
Zurg then looks at one of the Buzzes and says, "We meet again, my son." And the Buzz toys themselves don't have a long speech exchange with Zurg in that moment. The joke. So pretty much, yeah, they Zurg knows, and Zurg says, "My son," which makes them all freak out.
Of course.
And
Which is hilarious.
that is great. There are your spoilers, guys. Is there anything else you guys want to say? Because we are gonna have to get out of here.
Yeah.
so I will say, go watch this movie. You know, because people will say like, oh, after 3, there really doesn't have to be any more Toy Story movies.
no, I think you
Well,
should keep
I mean,
watching
like,
it.
I would say
It's a fun thing.
whether you find them necessary or not, they're still enjoyable to watch.
Yep.
I would say, like, quality-wise, this movie did a phenomenal job. I actually enjoyed it. There's like other like Disney movies that I've like sequels that I've seen that I'm like, I don't really care for that. But this one, I did enjoy it. I feel like it was relatable. Voice acting was great. Animation was incredible. And I'm excited. I heard if they're gonna do a 6, I heard that they said that 6 will be the final
Oh
movie.
no.
No, I said if
Wonder
they make,
what
if
it could do.
I said
I-
if they make one.
Yeah.
Which I mean, like, if there could be a couple of things I guess they could like loosen up, I guess.
I don't think
But
so.
if not, then I feel like this is an okay place to stop.
Yeah.
Okami said great stream, and I might watch the movie just because of y'all. Thanks. brother.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Appreciate that.
Listen, form your own opinion. What my thing is, always watch the film if you're interested. Form your own opinion and see how you feel about it.
Yeah.
And then leave us comments when we post this on YouTube. Everything we'll answer back. We'll give you guys our own opinions. If you have a different opinion, doesn't really matter. Also, we're giving you guys time. We are going to maybe do an episode of Beyond the Screens for
no, we should.
Masters of the Universe.
And Gerby said there is a 6th one. It's the last one.
But yes, we are gonna do one about Masters of the Universe. Somebody hasn't watched it yet.
I'm sorry.
But if you guys want to join that stream, remember to subscribe to our YouTube. We are going to be posting a lot on our socials when we are going to be doing this and going live to talk about these brand new movies. Guys, we will do Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yes.
We will be doing Doomsday.
We're
We will
definitely
be
doing
doing a whole bunch of movies. The Odyssey is going to come out. Oh gosh, I will definitely watch
Me
that.
too. I'm gonna nerd so much. On
Oh,
that one.
definitely. It's going to be so good.
Because the Odyssey. So speaking of that, real quick, right? A little bit of a spoiler. This was supposed to happen after the Trojan War. So basically, you know the movie Troy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's supposed to go, thank you. It's supposed to go. Yes.
Okay.
It was supposed to. It's not like different, but still, it's supposed to be after
Yeah.
Troy.
Okay, and there you go, guys. We will be doing our Beyond the Scenes episode for different movies. If you guys see a movie or a show that you guys are like, God, I want them to talk about this, guys, let us know. We'll watch it. We watched Percy Jackson. We were gonna talk about that, but it got a little bit too. We strayed too far away from doing that. So next time,
Kirby
if you
just
guys,
said I love Greek mythology. He
oh
just brought
heck
that
yeah, I
up.
love Greek mythology.
I used to, but
My dad is definitely Poseidon. But anyway, guys, yes, like throw out ideas for shows. Right now, me and my wife are watching Teach You a Lesson, Korean drama, really good. I do recommend it, and maybe we'll talk about it. We'll see. But all right, guys, that's gonna be the end of Beyond the Screens episode. Thank you so much for watching, all of you, and we hope that you guys join us next time. Remember to subscribe and also follow us on all of our socials and leave comments. And we are gonna be coming back with another season very soon of
Season 4.
Beyond Adventure podcast.
I'm so sorry. I killed that. That was my fault.
So we're gonna be coming back, guys. So remember, subscribe, hit the bell, and also we'll see you guys next time here on TikTok and YouTube. See you later.
Have a good one.